My greetings to everyone here and in connect with us in any form. I cannot express the happiness I have on this occasion to be here on this very significant occasion. Honorable Governor of Punjab and Administrator, Union Territory of Chandigarh, Shri Banwarilal Purohit ji. Sir, grateful to you for having rendered such an insightful address. I was a child. I was studying when I learned what is PL 480, United States aid, and that was a wheat of the kind the Honorable Governor has reflected. We have really come a long way. Our population has grown many times, but our production has not only kept pace with it, we are feeding the world also in some measure. Honorable Governor of Haryana, Shri Bandaru Dattatreya ji, in his highly reflective address, he has indicated series of affirmative steps that have been taken by the governments at the state and the center that have really changed the life of the farmer for the better. Shri Kuldeep Singh Dhaliwal ji, Honorable Minister of Agriculture, and a towering giant, physically and otherwise. His presence means a lot to us. I am extremely beholden to a great leader of the industry, ITC Chairman, Shri Sanjeev Puri ji, for two good reasons in particular. One, for having taken the initiative to invite me to this very prestigious function. And secondly, when I happened to be Governor of the State of West Bengal, and he had the occasion to call on me, I had a vision about ITC, a perception about ITC. And he devoted 80% of his time to focus on agriculture and the activities relating to agriculture in which ITC was engaged, very meaningfully. Sir, grateful to you, to your entire team, including Deepak Jain, Prashant ji, Tarun ji, for bringing about much needed wholesome synergy between industry and agriculture. You need to be complimented for getting all the stakeholders on the same platform. And there can be no more befitting place for such an event than Chandigarh, state of Punjab, state of Haryana. The company, the Kisan Putra, as was reflected, I'm enjoying at the moment illustrious farmers, innovators, entrepreneurs. I can share my thought process with you. Bharat is on the rise as never before. It's a global recognition. Our rise is unstoppable. And in this rise, farmer is the spine. Farmer has played a critical role. Reflect the time when a great Prime Minister of this country, Lal Bahadur Shastri, gave the slogan, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. That resonates in our ears even now very significantly. And for two reasons. That era reminds us of the challenges we had, and Shastriji took the initiative and practiced fast on a particular day. And as reflected by the Honorable Governor Punjab, that is past. We have now glorious present and a brilliant future. I can visualize 2047 when we will be absolutely at the platinum level, both in agriculture and other areas. The commitment of the industry to drive the agriculture sector on a novel trajectory is commendable, welcome, and needs to be taken to higher stages of execution. The theme is indeed very apt, remarkable, and suggestive. Digital transformation for sustainable agriculture and food security. The relevance of this can never be overemphasized. It is the farmer who needs to be well informed so that we attain a situation where for him it is economically sustainable. Sustainability and food security are twins. They go hand in hand. Already there are indications that food security could be a challenge. I may remind you, and I have two of the worthy governors on the dais and the Honorable Agriculture Minister of Punjab. We have no parallel in the entire world, where now for over 2 years, 80 crore people have been fed by the government free. And that exercise continues even to this date. The credit goes to the vision of the government and the strength imparted to us by the Indian farmer. It could not have happened unless our farmer had contributed to the extent it did. For us, agriculture is not a profession. Agriculture is a tradition. Agriculture for us is a way of life. I'm sure farmers here know it. The entire family is involved. They are involved 24/7. They weather all kinds of difficult situations and they do it with a smile. From ancient days, agriculture has been central to our identity. India came to be recognized centuries ago on account of its agriculture produce. We got a distinct identity in the world for that. And for our economy, which is on the rise. It was only a few weeks ago, we had the distinction of overtaking our colonial rulers by becoming the 5th largest economy in the world. By turn of the decade, we shall be the 3rd largest economy, and a major role in this growth, in this accomplishment, goes to the agriculture that employs directly more than 1/3 of our population, contributes nearly 1/5 of our GDP, and ensures effectively, without problem, food security for 1.4 billion people, and yet makes available surplus to be sent to the areas that are in need of it. In addition to that, and something which is more qualitative, agriculture makes available critical raw material for our industries. And in that perspective, I have reflected, the credit goes to our Indian farmer for having contributed to our march in economic growth. This has happened on account of series of steps that have been taken recently. I can tell you, look at the volume. PM Kisan Samman Nidhi. Thrice a year, every farmer, irrespective of farm holding, will get 2,000 rupees each, which means 6,000 rupees a year. And that, to such a large segment, has contributed massively. This is a very visionary step in favor of our anndatas, and I'm sure it is on account of such revolutionary, affirmative steps that we can take pride now as largest producer of millets, pulses, milk and jute in the world. We are the second largest producer of rice, wheat, sugarcane, vegetables, fruits and cotton. The progress that has been made has to go to incremental trajectory. Our Amrit Kal must see a greater attention being given to our Annadata. We must do everything to make the life of our Annadata very comfortable. I am so glad that to meet such challenges, all stakeholders from industry and otherwise have come on the same platform. And they need to scratch their brains over the next few days to ensure how value can be added, how our produce can get a different kind of qualitative reckoning in the world. And I have no doubt, when such kind of synergical steps are taken by all stakeholders, industry, for the welfare of the farm sector, the results are bound to be there. Innovation, which is dotting our times on account of series of steps taken, must also be in the farm sector. We have to be very innovative. We have to add values. And that has to be done taking note of the situation as indicated by Honorable Governor Punjab. There is shrinkage of our holdings. There are some challenges. I would not like to reflect on them. The challenges that are emanating, those challenges need to be contained by application of innovation, by assistance of the stakeholders, and major initiative by the corporate sector, by marshalling its CSR funds also, so that activities of the farmer do not come in for any kind of reflection otherwise. I leave it at that at the moment. But protection against climate change and price fluctuations are posing some kind of challenges, which I am sure all stakeholders are alive to it. I must make particular reference, and I am sure the stakeholders and CII would particularly take note of it. We have in our country a leading organization, Indian Council of Agriculture Research. We have growth of agriculture universities virtually in every part of the country. It will be worthwhile to keep them on board. I am sure they are present here, but their massive presence would mean a lot. I am personally aware, on account of having been professionally involved with the Indian Council of Agriculture Research, that they are contributing virtually in every walk of life relating to agriculture and agro sector. All this must result in one thing fundamentally: fiscal gain to the farmer. The farmer has to gain. The farmer cannot be made to suffer financially to sustain others. It is gratifying to note, as indicated by the Honorable Governor Haryana, series of steps have been taken. Fertilizer subsidy is one, making quality pesticides is another. Crop insurance is also a very vital facet. Efforts are afoot to ensure that the income of farmer gets doubled. Apart from the government, everyone, particularly the industry, has to cooperate in that. because raw material of significant nature is made available from the farm sector to the industry. And I'm sure if industry will take effective, proactive, affirmative steps, that will be contributing hugely to national economy and welfare of the farmer. At a global level, India has always championed the cause of the farmer. It has taken initiatives to ensure that farm income goes up by getting into different kind of crop patterns. And I'm personally aware this has been dotted in several areas, including my home state of Rajasthan. United Nations adoption of 2023 as International Year of Millets should be more significant to our country, as we are leaders in the area. The world is faced with food shortage, water scarcity, and unprecedented climate crisis. In such a scenario, focus on millet cultivation comes as a very smart, effective solution. It is heartening to note that we have championed this cause for a very long time and for a good reason, being leaders in the world. Qualitative cutting edge has been given to the farmer beyond imagination in last few years. Farmer earlier had no idea the kind of soil the farmer was tilling. Now imagine 23 crore soil health cards have been distributed to farmers. They are just not cards. They are guidance to the farmer that the soil which the farmer uses has certain qualities, and those qualities have to be exploited suitable to that soil. I would not reflect on other aspects in which the government of the day in Delhi and in states is engaged. But one scheme in particular, and that is Kusum scheme, connecting farmers with clean solar energy and turning them from Annadatta to Urjadatta. It is here I will appeal to the farmers from this part of the country to think out of the box, show their concern for climate change, find a solution so that they do not come in for reflection either in this area or elsewhere. I have no doubt a proper synergical approach between all stakeholders with initiative of CII, this problem is subject to easy resolution. Not only easy resolution, the problem is subject to gainful resolution. The compulsions of the farmer have to be understood. If the farmer is taking recourse to a particular step that is not for the sake of it, but for having the land available for the next crop, I am sure attention by way of appropriate research would be focused on that. We have seen in recent times, particularly in the context of Swachh Bharat, disposal of residual matters, unwanted matters, has turned out to be a great industry. That should happen also with respect to part of the farm produce, which otherwise cannot be easily monetized. Making available technology to the farmer is bound to be a big challenge. And bound to be a big challenge for the reason as reflected by the Honorable Governor Punjab small holding. And that requires some kind of working in togetherness, working in tandem, or as a group. And I am sure Agrotech India 2022 will deliberate on these issues. People from all walks of life will bring their talent, exposure, experience, expertise on the table, come out with solutions and resolutions that can have societal impact. I have no doubt, after conclusion of these deliberations, there will be formulations available that will address the issues that are facing the farmer, that will turn out to be wholesomely soothing for the farm sector. For the simple reason, we can grow as a nation only and only if our farm sector grows. We can have strength in the nation only if we subscribe in thought and action, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. And the moment we have Jai Kisan, Jai Jawan is automatic. I extend my best wishes to the organizers, express a deep sense of gratitude that I have had the good fortune and occasion to be in this part of the country for the first time on such an occasion which is emotive to me, an occasion that is emotive to my roots, and that justifies my commitment as a Kisan Putra also. Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, Jai Vigyan.